Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Back to throw here. Being chased under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And New York set to take the field. Mariota on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. Going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Giants. 45 yards. A 1st down throw for Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the defense has come up with it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now they try the right side here. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, look at 56.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception here, Mariota flush to his right, going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 55 yards. From the red zone now, Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give the tackle to Tease Tabor that time. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's airing it out for Williams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sean Robinson able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this.
One.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
team on now as this one's sent away. And now back out comes the offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some time.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
This is taken at about the 14. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Mariota. He's going to air one out. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Detroit! All right, now look at this.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
We got three. Gun!
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with it pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our... The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that.
Breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? Now, show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards and the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Looking to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to settle them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Set! Green!
He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now he's flushed out right, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Mariota. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun. All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They'll set up to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And touchdown! Mark Andrews, 53 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been. But it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And now out come the Giants.
One.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
One.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Amari Cooper, 50 yards. And the Giants are in for 6. And he's able to put it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Mike 51. It's just me and you.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gun!
3 down.
Set! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw here. Now he steps away, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Gun! Set! 3-19!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough, give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though. Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
One.
On second down, Mariota again. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Mariota to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, he slipped right by him. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
One.
First down, Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmaker. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Green, 39.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll drop the throw. He's got it at the 15. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
36. Back.
2nd down, Mariota. Throw left side complete. It's Fisher. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
One.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Stephon Diggs, 52 yards. And the Giants add on to the lead. Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Single. Hey, watch 12.
come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw now on second and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you talk about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. A second down throw here for Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down throw for Mariota. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Mariota going deep for Diggs. And this will be caught at the 30. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Mariota. Left side caught by Diggs. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Detroit!
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Gun!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Ryan Shazier in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
4 down.
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. The sneak good for 2, but it's still going to set up a 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Mariota to throw it this time. And this one is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because if you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Taken right around the 44. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Mariota here to throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And remember, he had 1 blocked earlier. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell, but they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.